Once you arrive, send us a selfie of yourself next to our van to verify your identity, and we will release the lockbox code. You will find the lockbox magnetized to the top of the driver's side front wheel. Make sure to detach and take the lockbox with you into the van. Take photos to document the condition of the vehicle, as well as mileage and fuel levels, and send them to us. In this basket, you may find an extra paper towel roll if necessary, kitchen cookware, cutting board, plates, kettle, and 2 butane canisters. In the woven trunk, you will find a throw pillow, blankets, sheets, and 2 pillowcases. Tucked away in this corner is one of 2 butane stoves. You may ask, why do we have a butane stove in addition to the electric cooktop? Currently, we are not using the electric cooktop because it is draining our battery too much. So we have provided instead 2 butane stoves. We have one that will sit right there, and then we have another one in the back bench that I will show you. These butane stoves are super easy to use. Just take it out from the case. And then we will grab a bottle of butane. First, we unlock this right here. Line up this little lip with this part right here, and then make sure to push in, and it will click into place. From there, all you have to do is turn it on like normal. Sometimes the flame will not be visible during daylight, but you will be able to hear the butane and feel the heat. Before lighting up the stove, always make sure you have good circulation. Make sure to have the vent on with the window slightly open for nice ventilation. Disconnect your butane before driving. When placing the stove back into its case, line up the black cylinder with the ridges in the case to keep the stove from moving during transit. Next, to access the fridge, we will undo the bungee cords, reach around, and slide the hidden latch down to unlock the cabinet doors. This is an electric freezer. However, you are able to adjust the temperature if you intend to use it as a fridge. Otherwise, the larger section is a freezer and the smaller section is a fridge. When you are ready to put the fridge away, slide it back into the cabinets and lock the cabinet doors like so. Check to make sure it is latched in. Use the bungee cords to reinforce the doors so the right side does not swing open while you're in transit. Maximize your countertop space by lifting up this flap. Turn the anchor like so. Lift the block to access our 9-inch deep sink. At the top, we have our battery and solar meter. This panel controls the electric current to the outlets and water pump. There is one outlet by the electric stove and another on the side of the bench. To turn the water on, Renogy button must be on and then turn the pump on. This also doubles as an outdoor shower when the doors are open. The faucet tends to drip while driving due to water still being in the hose after the pump is turned off. The trick is to turn the pump off early and continue using the water in the faucet hose until it gets drained to minimize drippage. This does swing around when you're driving, so make sure it is back into its holder, and what I like to do is I like to just lean it against that and it doesn't really move from there. You have a paper towel dispenser, and then you have your lights. Changing the water is super simple. We have 2 removable 5-gallon water jugs underneath the sink. The first is our gray water and the second is our clean water. The water heater is not compatible with our battery setup, so you will need to boil your own water and fill it into the clean water jug for a warm shower. Just maneuver them out as so, and when replacing, insert the hose into the intended slots and make sure none of the components are loose to avoid leaks. Turn off when not in use to conserve battery. As you can see, we have windows all around the van. But do not worry, you can take Vanice out in any weather with our magnetic insulated window covers. They're located under the bench and have numbers on the top right corner to help guide placement. If the bench lids do not fit, just flip them over and try again. It shouldn't require force. Here's a stationary mirror, fire extinguisher, dustpan, and multi-surface spray behind the seats. In the above head compartment, you will find a first aid kit and duct tape. Coming into the cabinets, you will find additional kitchen items, such as mugs, utensils, bottle and can opener, seasoning, coffee and creamer, trash bags, French press not shown in video, an expandable dish rack, cooking spray, and aluminum foil. You will have 2 additional cabinets for your belongings. To switch between the bed to table setup, remove the cushions, lift the middle piece and place it on the side. We recommend 2 people for this job. The table legs are inside the right side bench. Make sure the hook is extended all the way and twist onto the floor like so. When placing the tabletop onto the 2 legs, make sure the shorter end of the table is facing inwards towards the van. That way you can access the seating area from inside. While we love having this in tabletop position, please do not drive with it up because it tends to get stuck. When that happens, and if you are unable to take the leg out, then you will have to sleep in 2 separate beds instead of 1. You are able to get out through the back by pulling on this tab. Both doors are able to lock into position so they do not swing shut by strong winds. We will include an empty water jug in the back for you to refill with extra water. There is additional space under the bed for storage. When closing the back door from the inside, make sure the lever is back into its place and pull by the door, not the lever alone. It's held on by a string and can break. You will see a large mat on the floor which covers some tracks for an additional second row of seats for 2 additional guests. Please be mindful of the uneven flooring. Control for air conditioning in the back. The gas tank is by the driver's seat and it takes 87 octane. You may need to hold the gas pump in place while pumping it or it may release automatically. When turning on the vehicle, you will see a low windshield fluid warning. This is a glitch in the system and it does not read accurately. One tip, never ever leave anything in the vehicle in plain sight. Especially if you're in the Bay Area, there are a lot of break-ins. So what I always tell my renters to do, if you have stuff inside the van, put up all of window covers as well as closing the privacy curtains. That way nobody can look inside and they will not be tempted to break in. When you are back from your adventure and ready to check out, make sure the gas is always full or to the level that you received it in. Once you're ready, take out all the trash, wash all the dishes. Place the key back into its lockbox, put it back on top of the wheel where you found it, and you are all set to go. Thanks for choosing Vanventure, and we hope you had a great time.